Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VII Part 15, I do believe, and this Let's Play is obviously brought to you by Much Games Jaxiaa, because that's what you're watching it to right now. Now remember I said in the last video there probably won't be any more long videos until one that's about 57 minutes? Well, I lied. This video is probably going to be long, because I do want to cover a lot in today's episode. However, I may break it into two videos. But, you know, sometimes longer videos will work. Dead, cure, just use a bolt. Yeah, so this episode is probably going to be pretty lengthy. These guys, quick turn. Not really doing a lot of damage, although Nikki's pretty close to a limit break. But yeah, just using a bit of both. Basically, in today's episode, if it goes as long as I think it is going to go, we are going to go to the Chocobo Ranch. That's what we're heading to now. Actually, you can see it. So we have to go to the Chocobo Ranch. And there's a marsh to our right. You might have saw a little bit of gray on the ground. Yeah, we gotta go there. Now, we don't have any enemy skills yet, but I will let you know that the two guys in the back, the fountain ones, they actually do have an enemy skill, which I probably will get after, in a future video maybe. And that is a pretty good enemy skill that affects people whose level is multiple of 4. And that enemy skill is called L4 Suicide. So it does a lot of damage to anybody who is level 4. They rarely use it on you. So there's a certain item, or material I should say, that we can get later that we can use to make them use it on us. Also in this area, when I show I won't be showing it off probably until a future video on. Much later in the game. I'm going to do it in a future video once I get certain item and I leveled up. But there's I think in this area there's 4 enemy skills you can get. There is an enemy that uses one called Match Magic. We already ran into it. Remember those guys that look like the double machines? Yeah, them. Now come up to these chocobos and just pick the first one. You don't want to pick the second one. Walk. You just want to pick walk 1. And they do a chocobo dance. Oh, it looks like the two in the background are almost kissing each other. You know, they're right next to each other. It's kind of like cute. But anyway, if you do this, and yes, do it on this one. Like, this is the best time to do it. Like when you first come here. And now you get Chocomog material. So what is Chocomog material? And I am going to actually equip it to myself. What Chocomog material is a summon. So we have our first summon of the game. And Chocomog is basically a chocobo running with a Moogle, and most people play Final Fantasy know what a Moogle is, on top of it, and hits all enemies and it causes wind damage. So let's just say it's not bad to have. It's a good summon. But, oh, yeah, and you want to get a chocobo. Now, let's go to Daredevil, and you can do this right now. But there is an enemy that, and I'll show it. Don't think I'm going to show it off right now. I'm going to wait until I backtrack, because I'm going to do a bit of backtracking in a much later episode. Many parts from now, and I'm going to come back to this area and get the enemy skills at that point that I'm missing. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 enemy skills you can get, or 6 in this part of the game. Between now and a future area, there's like 6 enemy skills you can get, and there's 24 enemy skills in this game. And there's only 1 enemy skill in this game that you only have 3 opportunities to get it, and if you don't get that enemy skill, you can't get it again. All the other ones, you can get them again. Actually, most people say there's 2 enemy skills in this game that you can't get. If you, especially there's a certain one, and it's one of the last ones you'll get in the game. And people say if you don't get it on the first try, you can't get it again. I found out that to be a lie in my experience, but I will talk about that when we get to that, and that's towards the ending of this LP, and that's going to be a long time from now. Yes, probably in a galaxy far away. Yeah, I had to throw in the Star Wars reference. So if I do what I'm planning to do, we're probably going to make it to close to the ending of this part of the game, which is the first continent that we're on. There's a couple of different continents or areas, and we're almost done. So pay 2,000 gil, get the Chocobo lore, buy some mimic greens or buy some greens. Now there's one enemy skill I can get right now, and it's actually from a Chocobo. What you have to do is there's a certain Chocobo combination that you get. You have to feed it. Actually, no, you do need the L4 suicide. You do need the L4 suicide enemy skill to trigger it. So if you do get the L4 suicide from those fountain guys, then you can also get an enemy skill from a Chocobo. And actually, this is the correct combination to get. So if you have L4 suicide, which I don't right now, but I'll demonstrate it in a future video, you would basically feed this Chocobo a mimic green. No, I'm giving him a different green, but a mimic green is one that you pay 1,500 gil for. And while it's eating the mimic green, someone casts L4 suicide. And then you learn an enemy skill called Chocobuckle. But more about that in a much later video. I'll be showing that off. Now, in order to get Chocobuckle and yes, you can get multiple enemy skill materials in this game. There's 4 of them actually. To get it for all 4, unfortunately, Chocobuckle is not one that can be cast on every single character at once. Some enemy skills can. This one's single target. That means you have to do like 3 of these type Chocobo battles with this exact same setup and use L4 suicide. But like I said, we're not going to worry about that right now. We're going to do that in a much later video. Also, we just caught a Chocobo. So, the Chocobo is going to be able to get us across the marsh a lot faster. Now, if you look at the marsh carefully, I'm going to try to show it. Yeah, see how there's like some kind of thing in it? That is the Midgar Zoom. With the Midgar Zoom, you can face it, and oh yeah, this is pretty awesome. Yeah, there's something else I'll tell you in a second. This is actually what a Midgar Zoom is. So, yeah, did someone else do this? It's a power that we should respect. Our enemy is someone that can do this? Indeed. So, you can face the Midgar Zoom, and it has quite a lot of HP. There is different tactics, and some recommendations. I'm going to save right now anyway, but I'm not actually going to do it. But there's an enemy skill you can learn, a fire elemental enemy skill called Beta. That you can learn from this guy. I'm going to wait a while and get some more equipment. Like I said, I'm going to backtrack and get probably all 6 enemy skills that we can get on this side. Once I get more than one enemy skill, because we can get another enemy skill, and if I do it right, we'll probably get in today's video, if not the next video. So this is the Mithril Mines. You can get an enemy skill here. Usually I get it pretty easily, and that enemy skill would be, hopefully I can get the right enemy. Yes, the one that's flying in the background there. He will cast one called Flamethrower. So, it only attacks one target, and it's fire elemental, obviously. So hopefully I can get him to cast it. If not, I'll backtrack. There is other enemies in the game that will cast Flamethrower. There's other enemies that will cast Natural Magic. there is other enemies that will... I think that's it at this portion, because I think you had to fight us. I think the enemy outside, which, oh, by the way, I call them fountains. They actually call them Muse, M-U. If I'm correct, and they actually cast it for suicide. The Chocobuckle you can only get in this area, and I think there's one other area in the game you can get Chocobuckle, but you need L for suicide. Flamethrower, there's a couple of enemies that can give you flamethrower. But like I said, there's only one enemy skill out of the 24 that you can get, that, to my knowledge. That there's only 3 enemies you can get it from, and if you don't get them from those 3 enemies, you can't get them again. You can't get it again. So be very careful there. Hopefully that doesn't happen to me when I miss it, because I plan to have all three of my characters, whatever party members I'm using throughout the game, all to have all 24 enemy skills. So that can be accomplished. I've done it many times. By the way, you can climb this vine, and there's actually a long range material. How should I explain? Long range material. Okay. As in most Final Fantasies, there's 2 rows. There's a front row and a back row for a party member. So right now, myself and Dovey are in the front row, and Nikki's actually in the back row. So what long range material would do, and in this case, a good example would be if I equipped it to Nikki, is if sometimes when you're in the back row, your physical attacks are actually weakened. Because you're in the back row, you're further away from the enemy. So, what long range would do is give you the exact same attack power as if you were in the front row, but you're in the back row. So, if you're going to use your party member, someone like Cloud, in the back row, put the long range material on, and you know he's in the back row, he'll do the exact same damage as if he was in the front row. That's basically, in a nutshell, long range material. Now, I don't really use long range material much. It's kind of useless to me. I will probably use it a couple times in LP, but that's about it. Now, we remember Vood. We saw him. And by the way, I'm doing this directly after I just recorded a 36-minute video with the background story. So forgive me if I take like deep breaths, pause for a few minutes, might even go silent for a minute. But I just did like a 36-minute straight video of this with the backstory, and now I'm gonna do like God knows how long this video is gonna be. If I plan it right, it's probably gonna be around the same length, if not longer, maybe a bit shorter. But yeah, Vood basically doesn't like public speaking. So seeing how we took out Reno, this girl named Alana has now been promoted to the Turks, while Reno recovers. So you got promoted, so you should be grateful. And if you're not, then you're a bitch. Sorry about your damn luck. Of course, we met Ted before. He's the one that basically we saw on the helicopter with Nikki, and we had to go save Nikki. So the only one that's missing is Reno, and we know what's wrong with him. He's probably in a hospital somewhere or at home recuperating. So I'm sure we're gonna see Reno again. I'm sure we're gonna see Alana and Vood again. Okay, so there you go. You're pretty much guaranteeing us that we're going to see Reno eventually. Nikki, long time no see. No. So, strange hearing that from you. Well, alright, so basically he's actually being nice. He's kind of telling us, like, we're not going after Nikki right now. We're actually not going to go after you. Right now, we're more focused on Sephiroth, and you guys are just, as long as you stay out of our way, we really don't care about you. Alright, so, I'm going to attempt to get, there's Flamethrower, come on. Not on Dovey. Really? That's not who I wanted on. I needed you to do that on Nikki. She's the one with the freaking flamethrower. Yeah. Alright. Anyway, cross slash. By the way, each person, well, almost each person. There's 2 characters as an exception to this rule, and when we get those characters, and yes, we're gonna get a few more party members. Once again, I need you to hit on Nikki. Maybe I have to do it off camera. But yeah, don't use ice on that guy. If you're gonna use ice, use it on the guy in the back. I forget their names right now. But anyway, yeah, like fire be effective on him. Cure. Yeah, we do need some curing. Come on, Nikki. Nah, Dovey again. Man, at this rate, I should have had Dovey or myself with the freaking enemy skill. Level 8. Oh, Arc Dragon. Okay. Weak against wind, so if I use something like Chokamark, then that would be acceptable. It would be basically I'm trying to get him to use flamethrower on Nikki, but he doesn't want to seem to do it. Well, I tried there. I did. And just, for some reason, you know what? He just kept on, he attacked myself or Dovey again with it, so apparently he just doesn't want to put on Nikki. I could stay around here and try to do it off camera, but, you know, it's not really worth it. Okay, I'm back. So basically, you know where we just saw Tag, Rude, and Elena? Well, there's a vine there, you just can climb up the vine there, where Tag was standing to. And of course, you kind of figured that because there was an entrance there, so yeah, we can climb the vine. Preemptive attack. Now see this guy, not the 2 new tiny guys, but the bigger guy? He also has an enemy skill, and it's one of the most effective and one of the best enemy skills in the game. I'm not kidding, it is. Called White Wind. The only problem with it is that he will cast it on you. Unless he's probably confused, or the other item that we don't have yet. That will help us. Like I said, that I can use on the Muse to get the Alpha Suicide. But, yeah, I'm not going to worry about that. And actually, in this area, and I'm going to try it after this battle, there's actually an optional character you can get. Now there's other parts of the game where you can find this character too, but this is probably this part here is the earliest part you can actually find this character. So I'll probably do a little bit of level grinding, and I'll meet you back when I find that character. And there's a special way of facing this character, or something that happens after. So give me a second. Okay, I'm back. So, this is the optional character. This is the earliest that you can get this person, and it's actually one of my favorite characters in the game. Actually, she's one of my favorite characters in the game. Because, yes, it is a girl. As you can tell. So, optional character. This character you do not need. There is... there's 2 optional characters in the game. I'll give you that. Spoiler, there's 2. She's one of them. The other one we won't get for a while. And I will be getting them. Alright, so she's defeated. Now, the funny thing is, after the battle, it gets kind of interesting. So there's actually a certain way that you have to talk to her. Messing this up, she runs away. And then you have to do the process of finding her again, which you can just stay in this area and look again. So what you say here, one more time, nope, you say you're not interested. So follow my instructions. Do not press the triangle button, like right now when you're walking around. Do not press the triangle button, go into your menu. Do not use the save point, because that will make her run away. So, you're pretty scared of me, huh? Say petrified. So, just like that. Alright, so she's gonna leave. Say wait a second. I'm gonna leave, I mean it. No, say wait a second. Still have something for me? So, is that it? I'm so good. Say that's right. So you want me to go with you? Yeah, say that's right, yeah. I can't refuse. Alright, okay. Now say let's hurry. Don't ask for a name. Because if you do, she'll disappear. And then you have to do the whole process again. Wait, I haven't even told you my name. Okay. So, I did some deciding a long while ago. And I'm gonna name this after fellow Much Games member and another person who's currently doing Final Fantasy VII on our own channel, and that would be Jaxiaa. So definitely check out our channel. And she's doing, like I said, Final Fantasy VII also. So I decided to name, because this is the last female character. Yes, actually, I'm giving you a notice for it. This is the last female character. There's only 3 of them. There's Tifa, Iris, and her original name is Yuffie, but I'm naming it after Jaxiaa. The rest of the characters are actually male. So, I wanted to get Jaxiaa into the LP, so there we go. And actually, sorry Dovey if you're watching, but I'm actually going to swap you out for Jaxiaa. Well then again, Dovey's had a bit of screen time, so it's time to... And there's a reason I'm keeping Nikki in the party, because I want to get her to like her highest limit breaks. Because her highest limit breaks, there's more than 1 level. It goes up to 4. Except for 1 character, which I'll touch on that character when we get that character. So basically, she comes with a couple material. She comes with throw. She comes with the throw material. So, which means you can actually throw weapons. You know, if you got weapons, like, except for the initial weapons, you can't throw like the guard stick, or the leather glove, or the buster sword, or anything like that. Like the initial weapons you get from the characters at the beginning of the game, you can't throw their weapons. But any other weapon you can. Like a mythical saber, or hard edge. If I wasn't using the hard edge and I had a different sword equipped, I could throw the hard edge in battle and it would damage an enemy. So, perhaps I'll show that off eventually. But right now, I'm not worried about that. So, there is a place over there, you probably saw it, to the left, on the box. I'm not going to go there. We will be later in the game, but that place is known as Fort Condor. I just had to take a breath for a second there. Look at that. It's known as Fort Condor, and it's highly interesting. It's an interesting place, I must say. And, eventually I'll show it off. There is a part of the game where I think you have to go there. Yes, there is a part that you have to go there, but that's later in the game. But I'm not worried about it right now. It's not really relevant at this point. You can pick up some material there, I think you can pick up some items and things like that. But I'm not really worried about that. I'm going to ignore it and continue on with our quest. So I'm not going to stop the video. I'm actually going to do this longer than I'm going to go with my original plan, which means this is going to be yet again another lengthy video. We're at 24 and a half minutes almost. I'm going to heal up Nikki, because I do believe there's going to be... Yeah, okay. So, let's go here, to the item shop. I like how he says weapons, but he has no weapons. A mythical armlet is not a weapon. But he did say weapons, and I'm like, there's no weapons. So that's interesting. There's a weapon. You don't have any weapons. So, you want to go down here to the kind of like to the beach area. Hey, Mr. Dolphin. Alright. So her name is Priscilla. Now you said, I don't think the dolphin's gonna respond. Although it would be cool. Although that is a cool game that I just thought of. Echo the Dolphin for the Sega Genesis. Yeah, I remember playing that game. It was actually a pretty neat game. Definitely one that was interesting, at least. Okay, anyway. Great. Uh-oh. Oh no! You attacked the dolphin! You bastard! Okay, be careful, Mr. Dolphin. Don't go in after the dolphin. I think the dolphin can... There you go. Alright, so... Time for a boss fight. This boss fight is pretty interesting, to be exact. It's not hard. Quake's not going to work, because it's floating. Chocomark will be good to use. Flamethrower is pretty effective against this guy if you have Flamethrower. Sadly, I do not. Bolt will work. Fire will work. Ice will work. Physical attacks can work to an extent. Chocomark. Unfortunately, like I said, Quake will not work, I don't believe. Flamethrower works. Yeah, Chocomark... Not Chocomark. Chocomark is pretty effective. Because it's flying, so it's kind of wind damage to it. I don't really think I need to use Healing Wind yet. And I don't believe this enemy is susceptible to Seal Evil, which means it can paralyze an enemy. I don't think that will work on him. There are some bosses and enemies that... Oh. No, okay, it hasn't done it yet. Okay. This guy is not hard though. I think he has a... Oh, there it is. That's what I was looking for. Okay. So he'll cast like a bubble on a party member. Basically, that party member is unable to attack while they're in the bubble, and the bubble is actually going to take the person's HP. The good thing is it does not give the HP back to the boss, it just tries to KO you. But if you attack it with like a physical attack, or lightning, or ice, or something like that, flamethrower even, it will defuse it right away. It's pretty much, think of the pyramid attack that Reno did to us back in Sector 7. It's basically the same concept. The only difference is that bubble in this case drains your HP, whereas the attack, the pyramid attack from Reno didn't. It just made you immobilized. But if all three people were immobilized at once, just like in this, you're dead. So as soon as you get someone in the battle, in the bubble, get them out of it. Yeah, unfortunately, myself and Jaxiaa, and most likely Nikki too, at points, unless we're using limit breaks, are not really going to be able to hit this boss with physical attacks because, you know, can't reach. That can sometimes happen, unfortunately. But I'm going to use Healing Wind because Nikki and Jaxiaa need it. Okay. Well, once again, Nikki's going in the bubble. And this boss is weak against wind, so that's why you want to use Chocomark, which I already did, so yeah. If you have all material, I'm going to save Nikki first. If you have all material, and someone's in a bubble, you can actually target the enemy and the bubble at the same time. Which means you're going to take out the damaged boss, and like Bolt, for instance. So if myself or Jaxiaa gets put in the bubble, all Nikki has to do is use all, and it will attack the bubble on me or Jaxiaa, and the enemy. But, Big Wave, yeah, make sure you're healed because he does Big Wave a couple of times, and he's actually one of the first bosses in the game. Well, There's one other boss that did it, that I can think of right now, that did it earlier. And that was, Apps, when we fought that boss in the store after down Pinocchio threw us into the store. And basically what that is when you destroy him, he'll do a final attack, which, in this case, is a big wave. So make sure you heal. Otherwise, if you're all close to death and he does that, guess what? And he KOs all three of you, guess what? You gotta do it again. And that's not fun. See? But anyway. Now we gotta put our CPR training together. Because, yeah. Basically, Priscilla's knocked out. You know, she's not breathing. From what we can tell. Nope, she's not breathing. And, yo man, CPR, you mean mouth to mouth? I think... I don't know, I think Cloud's mouth kind of belongs to someone else. Maybe one of the girls, I don't know. But anyway, seriously, we gotta save her. We get rewarded pretty good if we save her. Well, you gotta save her anyway to progress the story. You got no say. So anyway, let's continue on. Hurry up and do it. Okay, so push the switch button once, start the CPR gauge, and push it again to stop, and Cloud will like breathe into her. And after so long of doing this, eventually, hey, okay, sorry about that interruption there, but we're back. So we gotta breathe into Priscilla, and basically save her life. So hopefully we can save her ass. No, we got you. We will. It might just take a bit longer at this point. But anyway. Yeah, it's not really a sequence that's really fun to talk, Junon. So I'll take this point in time to kind of relax a bit. Enjoy the glistening of the water. The two girls are just staring like, what the hell is he doing? I'm talking about the two girls in the game. There's not actually two girls here in the room with me while I'm recording, but that's neither here nor there. But cool. Yeah, so Jaxiaa and Nikki are probably just like, what? Look, come on, save the girl's life already. So there's not really a wrong way to do this, and not really a right way, I guess. It's just, usually I have it just done after like 3 or 4 breaths into her, but for some reason today it's taking longer on this PC version. There we go. It wasn't too bad. Seemed like it was longer. Alright. So we saved a life. Seriously, people, I'm not kidding. CPR is actually a really good thing to know. Sadly, I don't know CPR. Like, I'm not trained for it, but I know how it works. That's fundamental. Some of it, I'm just not certified CPR. But one of these days, maybe I'll go and do that. But that's something different. That's nothing really to do right now. So yeah, you can't leave the town. By the way, if you try to leave the town, you can't leave the town. You're basically stuck here until you do everything in order, which basically is, now you have to talk to this woman here, and if you want, she'll you can use the rest. Now actually you do have to rest so that you can trigger the next event. So let's make ourselves at home. Why not? Why not, people? Yep, and now I'm having a dream sequence. You again. Who are you? We'll find out soon, but more importantly, 5 years ago. 5 years ago, Nibelheim. Yeah, Colette was our guide, right? Yeah. But where was Colette other than that? Yeah, good question. The only time we really saw her was when she guided, or we met her for the picture, guided us through the mountain, and then when she basically got stabbed. Okay, so why don't we try asking Colette? Yeah, why not? Yeah, let's do that. Then get up. That was such lively music. I love the music. Oh, by the way, we're in Junon. Lower Junon, by the way, if I did not tell you that already. Which I don't think I did. Well, yeah, we're in Lower Junon. So, we have some lively music. Once again, you cannot leave the town. Yeah, so, under Junon. That's what they call it here, but Lower Junon, same thing. Because there's an upper Junon. Spoiler, there's an upper Junon. But yeah, basically what you have to do is go up here, because this is Priscilla's house. And yeah. Yep. So, down she goes. You know, it just, I don't know, this is kind of just out of nowhere, but I don't judge people by how clean, you know, the toaster tray is. I was talking with one of my friends the other day, and yeah, she basically said, and I think, well, she was joking, I do believe she was joking around, but she said she judges people based on the toaster crumb trays, and I was just like, really? I don't know, something random. I thought so. If that was true, then yeah. But you know, I don't judge people on how clean their house is. You know, I don't like to be judgmental. So just dawned on me that while everybody's talking here, that it just came to my mind something that from the other day. But no, we didn't finish Rufus off, guys. It's obvious that I did not finish Rufus off. I meant to, but I kind of just dropped the ball. Yeah, dropped the ball. So we have another material called the Shiva material. And if you played Final Fantasy in the past, 1 through 6, you know, any of those previous ones, you probably heard of Shiva before. Shiva's just another summon, and it's an ice summon. So, yeah. So yeah, basically, talk to Priscilla. Okay, wait a minute. So the dolphin. So, how this works is... Well, let's let Priscilla explain to you. For some reason, Zio's right behind us. I didn't see no dolphin jump like that before. When I brought him a whistle, Mr. Dolphin jumps. Here, this is for you. So we're gonna get a whistle. Yes. We're not gonna put our lips together and blow. We're actually gonna have a whistle. Once again, you gotta use the switch button. Switch. Wasn't there a song by Will Smith? Like a rap song by Will Smith? Yes, Will Smith used to rap. But most people know that. But yeah, switch. Yeah, that was a song by him. So basically, we just had to position ourselves. And obviously I didn't do a good job there. Blow the whistle, and we had to land on this beam. And then we can climb up. So I'll try a couple of times here. Usually I get this, okay, yeah, not high enough. Usually I get this on the first try. First or second try, but it's been a long while since I've played this particular part, but yeah. Got it on the third try. So, cutscene! Yay! Cutscene! Yay! Okay, seriously. cool. There's an airship. Yes, and this game does have airships. Most Final Fantasy games have some type of airship. Like, FF6 had an airship. I'm pretty sure they had an airship. FF6 had an airship? Yeah, airship. FF4 did, the Red Wing airship, and so on and so on. FF8 had the Ragnarok. FF9 had a couple of airships, the Hildegrand 2, the Invincible. Final Fantasy X had an airship. It was a pretty cool airship. Yeah, so cool. And of course, this has an airship. But more about that later. What do you mean, still trusting us? I'm not a Shinra. Yeah, I actually want to go save. Come on, dude, I want to go save. I've been recording this for like 40 minutes or so now. 40 plus minutes. I kind of want to save and stop the video. You're just dragging it out, dude. You're cramping my style. Stupid Shinra freaking employee. Hey, you told me to quit your app? I'm gonna I'll put a Chocomo against you. I'll summon Chocomo and kill you. I don't even need that. You're probably just easy anyway. Kill. But either way, let's just take this out and finish it. Okay, I promise, after this drill, and I get control of the cow myself again, I will promise you I will stop the video. And then in the next spot, we'll move on to more Junon. So I promise you that I'll be stopping the video. I know last video was like 36 minutes. This is probably gonna be about 45 minutes. There's probably gonna be a video that's gonna be like 57 to a. There's gonna be another video that's gonna be like 50 to an hour later in the game. Probably like 55 minutes or something like that. Unless I can get that area done quicker. So there's a couple of long videos, but come on, I wanna get more done this LP. I wanna get it out quicker, you know, have more updates with this. But now that I finally got control, okay? Spoke too soon, and there's a freaking scene with soldiers and trying to impress the jackass that we like to call Rufus Shinra. Oh, he's a jackass. You know. No, actually, jackass is complimenting him. What's lower than a jackass? That's a really good insult. You know, I'll have to think about that in between episodes. Because I don't think I'm going to do the next episode. But anyway, I'm going to stop the video here. And in the next part, we will pose as a Shinra soldier for a while. Thanks for watching, and see you later.